Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of the series. In this episode, we will be talking about the academic journey and what led me to doing a PhD in life. Alright, just a quick background story. I was born and raised in Qwaqwa in the Free State province. That's where I did my primary and secondary education. I did my high school in Bush Secondary School, and I completed my matric with 5 distinctions and got an opportunity to be one of the top 100 achievers in the Free State province. So at the end of every year, the Department of Education in the Free State province selects 100 learners from different schools across the province who have performed well and invites them for a ceremony to just celebrate their hard work and achievements. I remember end of 2012, because that's when I did my matric, my mom received a call from my high school principal saying that, yay, we have made it to the Free State Top 100 Achievers. Please prepare yourselves. We will be going to Bloemfontein on the 3rd of January 2013 to attend the ceremony organized by the premier and other officials. Oh, my mom was so excited. She was over the moon. She was so proud. And of course, I was also very excited because for me, it was a dream come true. It was a dream from the time I did grade 10. I had always prayed and dreamt of making it to the top 100 achievers. And when that happened, I was like, thank God. Okay, so we went there and we were awarded with the provincial bursary and many other goodies. At that time, we got blackberries and other nice stuff. I think over the years, things have gotten better and fancier. People are getting more stuff. But it was a beautiful experience. And then from there, I went to Wits University to do my bachelor degree. I did a BSc and majored in microbiology and biochemistry, which was a journey on its own, especially first year. I think I've shared the journey in one of the previous videos, probably 2022 if I'm not mistaken. So I won't really get into the details, but it was an experience. An interesting experience, a shock for me, because I used to think high school was challenging until I got to varsity and I saw flames, and I was like, you know what, if I can go back to high school, I would get 100% in every subject, because what? No, first year showed me flames. But again, by the grace of God, I passed and I completed my degree within 3 years. Then I graduated, but my average was not good enough to qualify me for honors. And I also did not apply for a job. So I was stranded. I was there, stressed, wondering what's going to happen now. Long story short, I ended up going to UFS, Qwaqwa campus, to enroll for honors. I'm so grateful for my supervisor who accepted me, even though my average mark was a bit low. And she just embraced me and trained me, and it was a good experience. Of course, it felt like a downgrade moving from Wits to UFS, Qwaqwa campus, you know. But yeah, over time, I got used to it and I really maximized the opportunity of being there. I got involved in various activities. I was part of the postgraduate student council. At some point, I even became the chairperson. I was very active, and I also did really well in my academics. And I passed my honors with distinction, then enrolled for masters. I also did very well in my masters, and I passed with distinction again. And I was also awarded membership in the Golden Key International Honor Society, which honors, oh, I forgot the criteria that they use, but it's like they honor or they award membership to a certain percentage of individuals who have done well in their class. So I don't know, I can't remember the category, but it's a big thing. If you know Golden Key, you know that you don't just make it, you have to work. And the good thing is that it's a lifetime membership. So yeah. Before I continue with the story, I just want to pause here for a moment because there are a couple of lessons I've carried with me from this experience. The first is that a setback is not always a dead end. Sometimes it's simply a detour. When I didn't have the marks to get into honors, I could have concluded that my academic journey had come to an end. In fact, I actually did. I thought it was done. But thankfully, there were people who saw potential in me when I struggled to see it in myself. And I will forever be grateful for that. The second lesson is that one season of your life does not define your entire future. My undergraduate marks were not the strongest. Yet, I went on to complete both my honors and master's degrees with distinction. Oh, praise be to God. And perhaps the biggest lesson is this: never underestimate what can happen when opportunity meets hard work. Sometimes all you need is one person, just one person willing to open a door and the courage to walk through it and give it your very best. So now, looking back, that experience actually taught me to stop defining myself by where I am and to start focusing on who I am becoming. Now I'm gonna go to my PhD journey, not the actual journey, but how I ended up doing PhD. So during my master's, I was fortunate enough to spend some time in the UK. This was through a collaboration between my supervisor and someone else in the UK. There were some experiments that I had to do that side with one of my colleagues. So we traveled there and we spent 6 weeks in the UK doing experiments, working. And during my stay there, I had a conversation with my mentor who was hosting us. And one of the questions that he asked was, okay, Mamusa, what's the plan? Are you planning to do your PhD next year? If so, where are you going to do it? And I was like, yeah, I think I want to do a PhD, but I don't know where I'm going to do it. But I feel like it's time I move. Because at that time I was still at UFS, right? University of the Free State. I felt the need to move to a different environment and just experience something different because I felt like I was now becoming too comfortable there. Then he was like, okay, no, that's fine. I do know a couple of people from various institutions that you can probably do your PhD with. For example, I know someone at UWC, University of Western Cape. I know someone from Stellenbosch. I know someone from UCT. So if you're interested, just let me know, then I can also write you a recommendation letter. All right, cool stuff. Then I went back to UFS and completed my master's. Towards the end, when I was about to finish the writing process, Then I was like, yo, what's gonna happen next year? So the good thing that I did was that even though I did not have all the answers regarding where I was going to do my PhD the following year, because honestly, I was not ready to go to work. Work was the last thing in my mind. I was not ready, so I did not entertain the thought of working. So I decided to pursue a PhD. So I just applied for the National Research Foundation, NRF, funds for PhD. And then as time went by, then I remembered what the mentor said. Then I reached out to those people, one in Stellenbosch, and then the other one in UWC, and the other one in UCT. I just typed a long email, basically introducing myself. This is Mamosa, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm interested in. And obviously I also did a bit of research on what they are working on and how my interests were aligned with what they were working on. Okay, I sent the emails, but I didn't receive any response from the Stellenbosch person. I received responses from 2 people, one from UWC and the other one from UCT. The one from UWC only gave me one line, basically saying, oh, thank you for your email. I will get in touch with your supervisor and then get back to you. I guess maybe he wanted to get more information about me from my supervisor and see if I will fit into his team. I don't know. But anyway, the one from UCT gave me the best response. Oh, it was a long, detailed email responding to my request and also summarizing the project that they were focusing on, and that I would be a good fit if I'm interested in the same type of stuff, you know. It was so inviting. And he also mentioned the possibility of going to Germany to spend some time there as well, doing research. And obviously, out of the 3 people, you can only guess which one I went with, the UCT one. And that's basically how it all began. So I completed my master's, and then the following year in 2019, I went to UCT to start my PhD. But obviously I had to do the whole application thing and submit my documents. Basically everything that was required, I did it. I also applied for funding, additional funding, because UCT is quite expensive and just staying in Cape Town is very expensive. So I needed additional funding, and fortunately, by the grace of God, I got it. So yeah, I came to Cape Town. I was so excited to be in a different space, new environment. Oh, it was so refreshing. And my hopes were high. I was optimistic. I couldn't wait to start my PhD journey. Woo! So that's basically how the journey began. For me to end up deciding to do a PhD was, 1, I was not ready to go to work. I was really not. And also I had gotten funding from NRF. Remember, I applied for NRF while I was still busy doing my master's, and fortunately I got it. I was like, oh, I have money, Mus. So what's stopping me from furthering my studies? And then number 2, I was interested in the research field, and I wanted to go deeper into understanding the molecular aspects that enable plants to survive under extremely dry conditions, because it is so unusual. So it was something that I was really, really interested in. and I wanted to dig deeper and understand. And then thirdly, Amen. I wanted to be a doctor, add a title to my name, baby. Yeah, so those were the three main reasons. No, I'm lying actually. There was also another one, and that was mainly for representation. Because I remember when I was doing my undergrad at Wits University, there was no representation in terms of like seeing a person who looks like you being your lecturer. And I felt like maybe I should work harder so that I can be that which I did not have, if you know what I mean. So those were the reasons that motivated me to embark on this journey. And boy, was I not excited. Oh, but it wasn't long until I started experiencing something that I did not anticipate. Ooh, I just want to read something quickly. The dreams we pursue often begin with excitement and purpose, but we rarely understand the full journey that lies ahead. I began this journey with so much enthusiasm, so much excitement, and so much optimism that I did not know what lied ahead. And in the next episode, I will be diving deeper into what actually went down. Some of the lowest moments that I experienced, some of the challenges that made me question, why am I here? Do I even belong here? Am I even supposed to be here? Please stay tuned. See you next week. Bye.